Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to crochet this basic blue beanie. This is great for beginners that want to learn how to make hats for donations or whatever, or for yourself. It's really easy, and I actually make lots of hats for myself that are just basic like this. I like kind of the basic look a lot, so I'll show you. So it will fit approximately probably 20 and 21 inch head, because it will stretch a bit. And from top to bottom, oops, sorry about that, got it backwards. It is about 8 inches. Now you can adjust the length if you don't. I like my hats a little longer. You can leave off a row or whatever if you want. So all it is as long as you know your basic stitches, it's all double crochet, but at the bottom the detail is reverse single crochet, which is a very easy stitch to do. It's not hard at all. It's basically just a single crochet, but we're working it in the opposite direction. So if you've never done that before, don't be scared. I'll show you how to do it, and it makes a nice detail at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get started on this. So for this project, I am using Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. Now this is a medium weight number 4, 100% acrylic. You don't have to use this yarn, but a medium weight number 4 is what you would need. In case you're interested, the color is Beautiful, and the yardage is 482 yards, and you could probably get 3 to 4 hats. I'm sure 4 out of this whole skein. It doesn't really take a lot of yardage. So maybe being 100 yards probably for the hat. 110, something like that. It doesn't take much. So, and then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. So let's go ahead and get started. This just doesn't have to be for the beginner. This is a nice quick hat for the advanced too. Especially, like I said, if you donate, you want to make up some quick hats, this is the easy, quick way to do it. And it still looks styling. I like it anyways. So you want to start out there with a slip knot on your hook. Now we're going to work a chain of 4. Now, some people prefer to use the magic circle here. I do not, but if you want to use that, that's fine. So I'm going to chain 4, and now I'm going to slip stitch right back into the first chain to form a ring. So I'm going to go ahead and just slip stitch right through there, like that. And now I'm going to chain 1. Now that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to be working through the center of this ring right here. We want to work 12 double crochets through the center of that ring. So we're going to yarn over like we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to go into the ring, and we're going to draw up a loop back through the ring. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed and do our double crochet as normal. So there's our first double crochet. We want to do that 12 times through the center. So that's number 1. Again, you yarn over, go through the center of the ring, draw up a loop back up through the ring, and then you finish out your double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for a total of 12 double crochets. Alright, so I made it to the end of round 1, and I have my 12 double crochets. So usually if you pull your tail, it'll close up that center circle a little bit more, and then later at the end we can sew it up with a yarn needle to completely close it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end round 1 by slip stitching into my first double crochet that I did. Not the chain 1, but the first double. And you'll have 12 stitches now. Now we're going to start round 2. So now we're going to be increasing the top of the hat. So we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. We're going to work right back into this same little spot here that we just slip stitched into. And we're going to work 2 double crochets into that same spot. So there's 1 and 2. And now I'm going to work around for round 2, and I'm going to be working 2 double crochets in every stitch all the way around. 2 doubles into the next, 2 doubles into the next, just like this until I get back to my starting point. 2 doubles in every stitch. Alright, I've come to the end of round 2, and now you should have a total of 24 stitches. And now we're going to go ahead and end round 2 by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Just like that. And now we'll start round 3. Round 3, we are going to chain 1, and we're going to work 1 double crochet right there into that very first spot that we slip stitched into. And then the next stitch, we're going to work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And now we're going to repeat that. We're going to put 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And then the next stitch, we will put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. One double into the next stitch. And then 2 doubles into the next. And I'm going to repeat this pattern of 1 doubles, 2 double, 1 double, 2 doubles, all the way around until I get back to my starting point. Alright, I have come to the end of round 3. Now your last stitch should have had 2 double crochets in it, and now you should have a total of 36 stitches. So we're going to go ahead and end round 3 by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Just like that. Now we'll start round 4 with a chain 1. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet back into that very first spot there. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So that was 2 double crochets right there in a row. Now the next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Just like that. And now that's what we're going to repeat for row 4. 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 double into the next, and then 1 double into the next, and then the next stitch we'll get 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Again, we're going to repeat it. 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 double there, 1 double there, and then 2 doubles into the next stitch. So that's what I'm going to repeat now for round 4. 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles. 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles. All the way around until I get back to my starting point. Alright, I have come to the end of round 4, and again you should have ended with 2 double crochets in your last stitch, and now you should have a total of 48 stitches. Let's go ahead and end round 4 by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Just like that. Now we're going to start round 5. Round 5 is our last row that we're going to increase on. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go right back into that very first stitch, and we are going to put a double crochet, and then we're going to put a double crochet into the next stitch, and then a double crochet into the next stitch. So what we did was 3 double crochets in a row, and now the next stitch is going to get 2 doubles into the same stitch. So that will be the repeat for round 5. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So there's 1 double, 1 double, and 1 double. So that was 3 in a row. And now the next stitch we'll put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Again, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then the next stitch will be 2 doubles into the same stitch. So we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around for round 5. 1 double, 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles. 1 double, 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles, all the way around until we get back to our starting point. Alright, I have made it to the end of round 5, and now you should have a total of 60 stitches, and that's what you want to have. So your last stitch should have had 2 double crochets in it. We're going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Now we're done increasing. We won't be doing that anymore. So what we're going to do now is just rounds of 1 double crochet in every stitch. So we're going to start round 6 by chaining 1. And we're going to put our first double crochet right here in that very first spot that we slip stitched into. And now I'm going to work around, and I'm going to put 1 double crochet in every single stitch until I get back to my starting point. No more increasing. There's no more putting 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Now we're just working 1 double in every stitch until we get back to our starting point. And by doing this, this is what's going to make the hat start to form and look like a hat eventually, once we get more rows on it. So I'm going to continue round 6, putting 1 double crochet in every stitch until I get back to my starting point. Alright, I have made it to the end of round 6. Your hat's probably starting to pop up. Kind of just flip it down because that's going to be the right side of your hat, like that. You should have a total of 60 stitches still. That's what we're going to have now at the end of every round. So we're going to end by slip stitching into our first double crochet. And now we're just going to repeat round 6. So for round 7, we will chain 1, double crochet back into that same first stitch. And then we're going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch around until we get back to the beginning. Now we're going to keep repeating round 6, which is 1 double crochet in every stitch, until we get a total of 13 rounds. That's complete. Starting from round 1 all the way down, we want a total of 13. So we are on round 7 right now. So I'm going to continue along until I get a total of 13 rounds. And then I will meet back up with you, and then we'll do that edging there that gives it a little bit of a unique look. Alright, I have got my 13 rounds done. So you should still have 60 stitches. Now for round 14, we're going to do that reverse single crochet. So it's not hard. What we're going to do is chain 1, and we're going to work single crochet in every stitch, but we're going to be working it in the opposite direction. So we're going to work it this way. I can only say it is a bit awkward at first, but once you get used to it, it's very easy. So into that first stitch, working in the opposite direction, go right into it, and single crochet. And then you go to the next stitch, go into it, and single crochet. So it makes a little bit of a twist design at the top. The next stitch, go into it, and single crochet. I guess twist or kind of a wraparound look. Next stitch, single crochet. And we're going to do this all the way around. Now if you're super new or you're just having trouble in general doing this, you can just do a round of regular single crochet to finish it off. That would still look nice too. But what I'm doing is 1 single crochet in every stitch, but I'm working in the opposite direction. I'm working from left to right, as opposed, since I'm right-handed, I usually work from right to left. So that's the only difference. And I'm just going to continue working 1 of these single crochets, reverse single crochets in every stitch. Remember, working in the opposite direction is normal until I get back to my starting point. And I think the more that you do, the easier it becomes. Just like that. And then you get that little twisty design at the top. So I'm going to continue around until I get back to my starting point. Alright, I've come to the end. Now you should have 60 stitches, but you know what, if you don't, as long as it's close to that, that's fine. This is always the hardest part for me. I'm going to try to slip stitch into that chain 1 that I did, or at least my first reverse single crochet, just somewhere around here, wherever you can get it to slip stitch. There we go. And then I'm gonna pull it through. I don't know why the endings always gets me, but it's not hard. You just slip stitch there and one of those last stitches, either the chain 1 or the first reverse single crochet that you did. I'm gonna go through the chain 1, slip stitch. Since I'm working in the opposite direction, it just makes it harder for me. I really can't do much with my left hand. There we go. I did it. Now you're going to go ahead and pull that out, and then we are going to clip our yarn. And then we're going to hide any remaining tails that you have. So go ahead and, oh, look how nice that looks. That's great. Great hat for you to wear around. I like simple hats, so I'll wear this around. And it's a great quick hat to make for charity, if you like to crochet for charity. So to sew in your tails, you use your yarn needle, and I kind of just go back into the stitch that I went into. That way I'm behind the hat now. I'm underneath it on the inside, and just weave your tail through that last row of single crochet a few times. Now if you go back in the opposite direction that you just went, it will lock that yarn into place, and it should not come undone. Should not. But you can keep doing that until you feel like it's secure enough. And then the inside tail, let's flip it inside out here, and we'll close up that circle that we started at the beginning. At the same time, we'll be hiding our tail. So what I like to do to close up my top circle while I'm hiding my tail, I just go around the top like this, and then, what in the world? I wasn't even loaded up on my needle. There we go. That was embarrassing. Alright, go around the top like this and pull tight, and when you pull tight, that's what closes up the circle. I'm just weaving in around that row 1 of stitches here. Pull it tight. Do that till you get all the way around. And now it's closed up. I'm going to go back in the opposite direction one time, and that should secure it. I'll go around one more time in the opposite direction like that. Clip that off, flip your hat right side out, and look at that, no hole, like it never even happened. So that is it, the simple basic blue beanie. I love it. I think it turned out cool. I already wore my other one in the video already. So that's it. That's how you do it. Great for beginner, great for advanced, great for anything. It's nice, it's stylish, and it's great for charity also. Something quick and easy that you can make up. So I hope that you enjoyed my video. I hope you were able to follow along. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, a share if you can, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I got hundreds of free crochet tutorials on my channel. So I'm going to put a playlist of all my videos. I don't just do tutorials. Even though I do have hundreds and hundreds of free crochet tutorials, I do lots of yarn talk. So if you love yarn, I like to buy a lot of yarn and then give an up close, in-depth look at what it looks like, so you can get better judgment to decide if you want to buy it. I do yarn reviews, and I take you yarn shopping. Of course, you don't have to watch any of those videos, but those are some of the types of videos that I do. But if you prefer just tutorials only, like I said, I have hundreds of them. So if you look over there on the right hand side of the screen, I'm going to put a playlist of all my videos. So if you get a chance, maybe you want to give it a look through. I know I got about 70 hats on there, so maybe you'll find another hat that you like or want to make, or anything else. Ponchos, shawls, bags, I got it all. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a good day.